Hey everyone, welcome back. We're going deep today into an Aktana webinar, and it's all about product launches in life sciences.
Oh, yeah.
It's a pretty crazy landscape out there these days.
It is.
You know, with cost pressures and tons of new products launching and companies trying to figure out these big CRM transitions.
Right.
So how do you even keep up with it all?
Well, I think that's why this webinar is so interesting, because it's not just talking about the problems. It actually gets into like how AI can offer some real solutions.
Okay.
Yeah, and they specifically talk about how AI can help your field reps and MSLs be more productive, how to make sure your brand strategies are actually executed, well, not just, on paper, and then also how to personalize HCP engagement, but in a way that actually makes sense cost-wise using AI.
Okay, now that's super interesting.
Right there.
But I always get a little skeptical when people start talking about AI in pharma.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it feels like it's all hype.
Right.
And not a lot of substance. So can you give me like some concrete examples of how AI is being used right now to actually improve these three things you just mentioned?
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that really struck me was how they talked about AI's role in field intelligence and orchestration.
Okay.
Especially in that pre-commercial phase.
Oh, interesting.
So imagine this. Your MSLs are getting ready for a new product launch.
Okay.
But AI is already working in the background to identify key opinion leaders.
Wow.
To understand potential objections to the product and even to support clinical trials.
Really?
Yeah, there's even a dedicated MSL dashboard that gives them a 360-degree view of key opinion leaders.
Oh, wow.
Like their clinical readiness and the specific scientific data they've already received.
So wait, even before a product hits the market?
Yeah.
AI is like laying the groundwork for a successful launch.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
It's like having a super smart assistant that's always gathering intel and helping them strategize.
Okay, but it doesn't just stop there, right?
No, it doesn't.
Like once you're in the launch phase, how does AI help you kind of optimize things?
Yeah. So think about the challenges of a product launch, right?
Yeah.
You're trying to reach the right HCPs with the right message at the right time. And there's so many channels and touch points to consider these days.
Right.
It can be overwhelming.
Totally.
But AI can help you cut through all the noise and make sure that every interaction is strategic and personalized.
Okay, so it's not just about automating tasks. It's like making sure you're making the most of every single interaction.
Exactly.
Okay, but can you give me an example?
Of course.
Like I'm a very visual learner.
Sure.
I need something to really grasp this.
Yeah, so the webinar actually includes a demo of an AI-powered CRM, and it's pretty impressive.
Okay.
So imagine opening up your CRM, and it's giving you smart suggestions for actions to take with each HCP.
Okay.
But these suggestions aren't just random.
Right.
They're based on data. They're aligned with your brand strategy, and they're tailored to each HCP's unique profile and needs.
So it's like having a personal AI assistant that's constantly crunching the numbers and, telling you what to do, but in a way that actually makes sense.
Right.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm already starting to see how this could be a game changer for product launches.
And it doesn't stop there. They actually have pre-call planning widgets.
Oh, wow.
That gather all those insights you need in one place.
Okay.
So you're not wasting time hunting through a million systems, and they even have AI-assisted call logging.
Hold on. It can log your calls for you?
Yeah.
Wow. So no more tedious data entry.
Right.
Which means more time for actually engaging and building relationships.
Exactly.
Okay, that's mind-blowing. It's starting to sound less like science fiction and more like a reality I want to be a part of.
And this is just the beginning. They go into a lot more detail in the on-demand recording.
Okay, you've definitely piqued my interest.
Oh.
I'm making a mental note to check out that full webinar.
You should.
This has been so eye-opening. But before we move on, I have to ask.
Yeah, what's on your mind?
So all of this sounds fantastic for like individual products.
Right.
But what happens when you're managing a whole bunch of different products, all at different stages in their life cycle?
Yeah.
Doesn't it get a little bit tricky to keep everything organized and make sure that all those moving parts are working together smoothly?
You're hitting on a really important point. And that's where this idea of next-generation orchestration comes in.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What exactly is next-generation orchestration?
So think of it like a conductor leading an orchestra.
Okay.
You've got all these different instruments, your sales teams, marketing campaigns, medical affairs activities, all playing their part. But without a conductor to guide them, it would just be noise. right?
That's a great analogy.
So next generation orchestration is like that conductor making sure all those pieces are working together in harmony.
Okay, so the conductor in this case is AI.
It's exactly.
And it's analyzing data from your whole portfolio,
Yeah.
identifying opportunities and making sure every action is aligned with your overall strategy.
That's the idea.
Okay, that's incredible. But how does that actually work in practice?
So they talk about how this kind of orchestration can help you avoid frustrating HCPs with like uncoordinated messages.
Yeah.
It can prevent your reps from being overwhelmed with like irrelevant suggestions,
Right.
and it makes sure that your resources are being used effectively.
So it's all about maximizing the value of every interaction.
Exactly.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
It sounds like it takes a lot of the guesswork and the manual effort out of managing a big, complex portfolio.
And the key is it's not just about efficiency, it's about making sure that every action is personalized and relevant to the individual HCP.
I love that because they're not just talking about AI in a vacuum.
Right.
It's really about how it can be used to improve that HCP experience and drive better outcomes for everybody.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this technology so exciting. It's not just about automating tasks, it's about empowering teams to be more strategic, more efficient, and really focus on building those meaningful relationships.
Well, I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling inspired to rethink how we do product launches. This webinar is like packed with so many valuable insights.
I agree.
And for our listeners, I highly recommend checking out the full on-demand recording.